Glen from The Script.
Scott and Dana, how are you?
Scott's not here, but he did leave us one question that he wants to ask you guys. We'll get to that in a minute. We just want to make sure you're not going to hang up beforehand.
Sure, no problem.
All right, we've got brand new music.
It's going awesome. We've had our first play today of superheroes over worldwide, actually, and we're quite excited. The feedback is good. It looks like we're going to be employed for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think so. We heard the song today, and we added it today, too. So.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you for that.
Yes, good stuff.
Now, I only got to hear first couple minutes of it, one take through just before we chatted with you, Glen, and as a first-time listener to the song, I'm trying to pick up on the message, and I'm like, all right, is it about a bully that's going to be a superhero that's been kind of kept down, or is it for somebody that's going for a job or through a relationship? What's the message? Because just one time through, I'm like, I love it. It's a powerful song, but I couldn't figure out what it was yet.
Jay's slow.
I am slow. I can't help it.
Would you believe it's all of the above?
Is it?
I think that, yeah, it is actually, yeah. What you've described there, it's for, the people that may not necessarily get recognition in their fields, the nurses, the doctors, and also for people that might be a little bit, the underdog, how the underdog can rise up, and it's for people like that and to inspire people like that, and they're the inspiration really for the song.
Well, No Sound Without Silence, that's the album that's on the way. It's not coming out till September. I'm like, wow, that's deep. No Sound Without Silence. How'd you come up with that? Yeah.
Deep and thought-provoking. Basically, when our lives is full of sound, but without the silence, we cannot have the sound. And we record a lot of this album on a tour bus, and we have a recording studio on the tour bus on the last tours that we've done in America. So we would capture the energy coming from stage. We would come from stage straight to the tour bus and take that energy and immediately hit the microphone and get vocals down and stuff. So we just felt what a great idea, that we come from that place on stage where there's all of this sound, and then we come to the bus where there's all of this silence. Do you know what I mean?
You came on the scene so quickly. I mean, Break Even, we all know it was huge. It's a record we still play.
Thank you.
Yeah, but it hasn't really. I mean, it hasn't been that long, that many years. You've helped define the sound that we hear right now. How much pressure is that to stay with the tried and true and not go off someplace creative and do something other? Yeah,
I think, we sound a certain way, and I think for us to try and sound like anything else, it just wouldn't work. I think even when we're in the studio sometimes, and we might write an idea or get a certain place with a song, and we go, not really good, but doesn't sound like us. We have an idea what sounds like us, and when certain songs are put together, what sounds like us. So, we don't want to. The only people we compete with is ourselves. We don't try to compete with anybody else and try and write a song like them or something as good as, if not better. We're just trying to compete against ourselves. And with every album and with every tour, we try and raise the bar every time. So we make it harder and harder for ourselves to get to a place where we feel we've went another step above what we've done, and that's really what we do. So for us, the real competition exists with ourselves as opposed to trying to outdo anybody else. It's really just us trying to better ourselves all the time.
See, there you go, being deep again. No.
Yes, deep.
Well, and Dana was talking about how quickly you came on the scene and how you guys just kind of exploded and everything. And then I was reading about how when you came back to Dublin and when you were recording Science and Faith, and you came back and you see your friends, and it was like, hey, here we are. Look at us. I mean, you guys used to have to buy us a pint because we couldn't afford it, but we were living that dream and hoping to become it. And then all of a sudden you did. You made it. And, you're selling millions of records, and now you come back home to your friends, and things had changed a lot for your friends. Now, you're excited about how you've made it, and then you come home to your friends who have lost a job or who are now going through a divorce. Are you still seeing that a lot? I mean, I know people, they want to be happy for you, but I'm sure that you're going to get that, hey, can you help a brother out?
It's definitely not as bad as it was when it first hit. Things are a little bit easier. But, yeah, that was probably the toughest part of success, is when your friends aren't as successful or are nowhere near what you're doing. And, again, it's a very extraordinary position we're in. This is I suppose if you had to put it down to a percentage, I think there's only a couple of percent in the world that get to do the job that we do at this level and have success like we have. So, it's a tough one. I mean, if anything, I hate talking about it with friends of mine that I haven't seen in a long time now, because you just feel it's not that you feel bad because you don't want to feel like you're bragging, and yet they just want to know because they're interested to hear stories of where you've been, what the experience has been like. But it was really tough for us at first. It's all been a very big learning curve to learn how to manage yourself and deal with being in the band and having the success, and then going back to life as you knew it before you were in the band, because they are two very different lives. And to step out of this life and go back to my hometown where I came from and stuff, it can be a challenge sometimes. I do, and definitely when the recession hit Ireland and we went home after the initial success, we really felt that that difference, and to meet your friends and hear that how much struggles that they were going through, you almost felt like guilty that we should be struggling too, you know.
But seeing successful people from your home where you came from, them seeing you, that has to be inspirational as well, I would think.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, if anything, I think we've inspired younger bands coming up that see what we've done, and they look at us and go, maybe we could do that. And absolutely you can. If we can do it, anyone can do it, you know. And I think it's a great thing for Ireland and for Irish music. And we're just, all we're doing is following on the shoulders of giants. I mean, one of my favorite band that went before us, U2, they just showed Ireland and showed me that it was possible. And it's because of a band like that we're doing what we're doing now. And in some way, you never know, there might be a kid out there that's looking at us now thinking, I can do that. So it's kind of nice to think that maybe we'd influence somebody to go into the business as well.
Well, many years ago, we had the pleasure of having you guys come in studio with us, and you were one of the most humble bands that were on top of their game. And just so humble and so thankful. So you made a lifetime impact on me. And not only that, but you're the very first guy that I've ever seen play a cajon with brushes. So I immediately went out and bought brushes to play with a cajon. So double, it's a double thing that you guys kind of hit hard with me.
I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah, because when we went on that, everyone was going, what is he doing? He's kicking the box and he's hitting it with brushes?
Yep.
Yeah, that was just something it's just something I came up with ghetto style. One day I just thought, let's do it this way. And it worked.
It worked, yep. I went out and bought some. So the brushes industry sold a few extra pairs thanks to you.
Yeah, I think so. And, nobody else was doing it before then, so I think I started a trend.
There you go.
You never know.
Give credit to Glen. Well, we'll see you August 16th in Tampa. We're not necessarily going to have to wait.
Can't wait.
Yes, looking forward to having you there. No Sound Without Silence in September, but the brand new single is called Superheroes from the script. It's Glen. Thanks, Glen.
Thanks, Glen.
Thank you very much, guys, and thanks for all your support and for playing the music, and thank you for this beautiful life.
Thanks, buddy. Tell Danny and Mark we said hi.
I will indeed. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
God bless.